Hi. The majority of the algorithm is trying to make you feel like crap. I want to change that. I want to challenge the algorithm with videos that showcase more reality than actual fakeness. We live in an era where people rent out rooms that look like private jets and rooms that are apartments and they say it's theirs, just to get you to think that all the tactics that will actually make you depressed will make you a lot of money. And a lot of these things have been covered in the realm of like get rich quick schemes and things like that. But there's also the whole creative sector that is getting hurt by this. You often see videos that are so heavily cut and edited that it seems like people make things really good, really fast. But this is most of the time not the case. I just want to get some more positive vibes out there, right? Like, I think in general, most of these creative journeys are so heavily cut up that people feel the need that they also need to go that fast. And that, you know, if you do this kind of crazy rhythm where you go at it every day in the morning is like a genuine road to success, I just think it's a fast train to depression. Like, there's a lot to life, right? And I know that there's a bunch of people out there that want to make creative stuff, and they should, but they just shouldn't expect to go as hard and fast as some of the algorithm is trying to make you believe. Now, this is not the fault of the channels, right? In essence, YouTube is there to entertain. And showing the real kind of work that goes into making creative things, like games, is not that entertaining, right? So the challenge that I want to kind of bring to YouTube with this channel is trying to make normal shit entertaining. So the actual, you know, journey and frustration, somehow cut it up in a way where it still shows that it's going to take long and I do a bunch of stuff that, you know, does nothing, but also keeps it entertaining to a certain extent and keep it educational. I want to kind of show that, you know, you can take your time and that life is a marathon, not a race. I want to showcase the reality of everything. And with that, also the reality of creating YouTube content. In my devlogs, I will speak a lot about my, you know, game dev journey and the life that I lead beside it. And in these videos, I want to explain a bit more about kind of the YouTube side of things, because that's also where a bunch of the time goes. And to be fair, doing videos like this will allow me to do kind of more weekly content, because creating a devlog, just, you know, I need to actually develop and then I need to record that development and then I need to make like a cool video out of that. So these videos will kind of be more of a downtime. The initial part that I recorded was actually quite long ago. I took a big break before I had the guts and the bravery to put something up on YouTube like this. I was really scared. I was very scared of kind of how people would react. I was quite scared of, you know, maybe people not getting the message. And it was so inspiring to see all the great comments. Like, there were so many comments that just got exactly what I wanted out of the content. You know, they just said, oh my God, I'm so happy to see this kind of more human side of things, you know, that people are not a superhuman. And thank you so much for all that response. Like, that made it worth everything. I expected the video to do like 100 views, maybe, you know, if I were lucky. And by the time that I'm recording this, I'm close to 1,000, which is, I just don't know, right? Like, I just really don't know what to say. But thank you. I hope that this is the start of something great. And to explain a bit more of like what you can expect in the coming time, I hope to be releasing kind of devlogs every 2 weeks if I can, and then in the down week a video like this of me just kind of talking about what happened. I also want to take this as a moment where maybe in the comments like people can ask questions and I can try to answer those. Again, I really want to emphasize the educational part of it as well. Not that I know everything, but at least I can share kind of the experience that I got. To give some insight, I did a lot of research before I released my video. I watched a bunch of videos on how people would, you know, create the correct videos and what you kind of need as a certain pacing. You know, those videos are definitely tailored to get people to watch because I want to get the message out there. Even though we'll still have some of the snappy kind of editing, it is meant to bring more reality into the YouTube algorithm, so to say. And I hope that worked. I'm not sure, but I hope so. And by the responses, I'm you know, I have some hope that it did. Yeah, so these ones will be kind of more chill, down to earth, me rambling. Yeah, the one thing that I noticed that just wasn't working that well is my thumbnail. It changed a bunch. To give you an idea of like what happened when I uploaded the video, I got no views for a day. So I was actually kind of ready to give up the moment I uploaded it. And then I changed the title because I read that, you know, title and thumbnail are like super important. So I started changing the title and suddenly it got kind of picked up, and then I changed the title again and then it got picked up a lot. And then I wasn't too happy with kind of the initial design that I thought of for the thumbnails. I had a really good friend of mine help me. He made the thumbnails and he made everything like really cool, and I'm very happy with what he created. But I think my idea of what a thumbnail should be was wrong. To give you an idea, like the values that they give you is like you need about a 10% click-through rate. I was at like 3, which is not necessarily very good. So then I started experimenting with those thumbnails. So far it's going okay, but it's mostly the title that has been doing very well. I don't do everything myself. Like I do the editing and I do the recording and developing myself, but things like the thumbnails and maybe if at some point I do shorts, I'm gonna kind of outsource because I'm just freaking terrible at the art side of things. And I think by outsourcing things, the channel can grow without me burning myself to the ground. Yeah, and again, like I try to respond to all the comments. I'm very happy with all the comments. I try to ignore mean ones, even though some of them are pretty funny, to be honest. But yeah, I don't necessarily want to delete everything, but I do want a chill kind of vibing group, right? By the time of recording, 60 of you have subbed, which is really cool. Thank you. And I hope that I bring some sort of value into your life. But again, I'm just there for entertainment. You know, like take what I say with a grain of salt. I am no guru. I definitely want to be on kind of the anti-guru train mostly. The goal is again to share a form of kind of authentic realism. If you get something out of the content, it should be don't be too hard on yourself and you know, take your time, don't rush things. And try to be happy, you know, like that's kind of what I'm trying. Yeah, and other than that, I'm not really sure what to do with these videos. Like, I think these will do very poorly, as I said. Like, it's just me rambling. It's just me trying to explain kind of the first video that I went through. And I want to, it's kind of this post-mortem after every video. I think that's what the vibe is going to be. And then maybe if there's like comments of questions or things like that on this video or the other video, also try to kind of respond to those here. Because these are, again, like the downtime videos. I'll just be kind of explaining what happened, how it did. I'm a big fan of transparency, right? Like, I think transparency is the way to go. You guys know what to expect from me. I know what to expect from you guys. And that's kind of the vibe that I want to set up. So these videos will be kind of my way of trying to engage with that while keeping kind of a rather low effort production thing going, because I don't have all the time in the world, neither do I want to spend all of it on this, right? I still have a life, or at least I try to keep a life, and that's important. So yeah, I think that's it. Let me know if you like this. Like, I have no fucking clue, right? Like, if you don't like it, please also let me know. Like, if this is just rambling BS that you're not interested in at all, I get it. But again, like, it's realism. This is it, right? This is what you get. And it could also mean that the lighting changes in my scene. Like, just so you know, like, this shirt smells like ass. Because I've been recording this over a few days, trying to kind of understand what I want to say. But I need to wear the same shirt every time. You know, just to give you a bit of stupid shit in the background. That comes with trying to do this well to a certain extent, because of course I want to make sure that the quality is as high as I can make it within kind of the time that I can allocate to it. So again, thanks for the initial response. I'm really happy with it, and I hope that you guys stick around. The next video is going to come up in a week, and then, you know, I'll have some really cool things to show in the devlog that I did. I'm a little further than what you're seeing in the game. But I get stuck a lot, so not all of the devlogs will be mega sexy. You know, there will definitely just be really bad ones where nothing works. But that's part of it, right? And that's the part that I also want you guys to see. I saw that I inspired some of you to start working on your own projects, so I really want to show kind of the struggles that I have as well, so that you know, don't feel bad or discouraged when your project isn't coming along. Mine isn't either, right? Like, and I'm trying to showcase the best I can while keeping it entertaining, right? Because that is definitely a part of it. You come to YouTube for entertainment, so that's part of it. But I just hope that a message is sent with that entertainment. Thanks.